Hello, everyone. Welcome to Self Love You. I am Jenna Ryan, and I'm so glad to be with you today. Welcome, everyone who are new listeners to the Self Love You community. On this channel, we talk about learning to love ourselves. Part of learning to love yourself is learning what and how to deal with toxic people in your life, and also to learn to unhook from narcissist abuse, to get out of narcissistic relationships, and to stop allowing yourself to be abused by the narcissist. So the narcissist will always follow the same patterns. And as you begin to understand and become aware of narcissist patterns, which there are many videos out about the discard, the idolization, devaluation, and discard phases of the narcissist, that's basically all there is to it. They have the idolization, devaluation, discard phases. They make you feel amazing. You fall into a trance. Then they discard you. You feel worthless. And then you feel hurt and pain, and you try to seek them back. And you want to be back with them. And you don't understand why you cannot stop thinking about them. You have ruminations, you have, your thoughts are out of control, you go into fight or flight, you panic, you don't want anyone but them, and then you allow them back into your life, and it's worse. They never are the same wonderful person who idolizes the ground you walk on. They start out wonderful, they start out love bombing you, they start out promising you the world, and then they end up throwing you away as though you are a piece of trash. So the most important thing to unhook from the narcissist is to understand very clearly the devaluation and discard phase, the idolization, devaluation, and discard phases. To understand you are in one of these phases. And to also, another important aspect of unhooking from the narcissist is understanding that they are playing by rules that you are not playing by. It's almost like the difference between a zombie who is, just eating people, and a human. It's almost like the difference between a vampire and a human, okay? They are not playing by the same rules. They do not have the same feelings. They pretend to have the same feelings, but they do not. And it's very important that you do not, suppose that everyone is like you. It's very important that you do not feel that you have to like everyone. It's very important that you understand that there is evil out there. You have to get that clear in your head. There can be no question. There are evil people out there. There are people who mean you harm. There are people that will destroy you if you let them. You have got to close the gate. And the first way to unhook from the narcissist is to close the gate and understand what you're dealing with. Red alert. You're dealing with people who do not practice the same conscientiousness that you do. We were taught to have good manners. Many of us were taught to have empathy. Many of us were taught to treat others as we want to be treated. Well, the narcissist does not play by these rules. In fact, they use your kindness against you. They use your naivete against you. They use the fact that you think that they're probably a good guy, good gal. They use that against you so that they can abuse you and use you as narcissistic supply. The first thing to do if you want to untangle and unhook from the narcissist abuse cycle, the cycle of violence that occurs in narcissist abuse, is to understand that they are not playing the same game. I repeat, they're not playing life like you are. They're not nice like you. They're mean. And they want you destroyed. They don't care if you're destroyed. It's not like you. They don't care. In fact, that makes them feel good because they are sadistic. Call me crazy for calling these people out, but there are people like this out there that will idolize you and tell you the world and tell you they love you and tell you that y'all are in a relationship on day one and will take you for a fool and then will leave you high and dry, crying, bawling, not understanding, and not able to think about anyone but them. Then they'll come back and push your buttons whenever you start getting cold and start looking the other way. They'll come back around and push your buttons so that they can have you where they want you, because they are predators. It's so interesting. We had coyote attacks in Frisco, Texas, which is where I'm in the Texas area. And there was coyote attacks, and these joggers were jogging around, and this coyote just started attacking this woman's leg. And she says she looked at this wild animal and she felt like it's prey. Well, that is what a narcissist is like, and that is how they see you. They don't see you as a person, and they don't care about how you feel. All they see you as prey. They want your energy. They want your love, your fantasy, your dream that they are such a great person is what fuels them. That's how they live. If you don't give that to them, you starve them of that. They begin to wither like the wicked witch. When you pour water on the wicked witch, they begin to just melt. And so they have to go find more supply elsewhere. That's why it's so important to go no contact with the narcissist, is because without your idolization, without you there, they are rendered powerless. They can't get in. That's why you go no contact. So no contact is the first thing you have to do to unhook. But not only do you have to go no contact, because you're still thinking about them and ruminating and wondering and mad at them and angry and all of these things. All of that is energy that you're pouring to them. They don't care if you love them. They don't care if you hate them. They just want to be in the center of attention. So the only thing that you can do is realize what you're dealing with. Stop kidding yourself. Stop pretending. Stop thinking that everyone is nice, and see this person for who they are. I don't care if it is your family member. I don't care if it's your brother, your sister, your lover, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife. A narcissist has a deficient ability to love and appreciate, and they are exploitational. And they will use your lack of knowledge, your disbelief in who they really are, your lack of knowing what their game is. They will use it against you. They will use it against you, and you will be the one who ends up hurting until you wake up and decide you have had enough. Now, this requires you to wake up. This requires you to see. You really have to understand. It's a horrible thought that your own flesh and blood just may not give a crap about you. It just may be difficult to understand the cognitive dissonance, to understand this person who we had such great sex life, everything was perfect. How on earth could they not care after they acted like they cared? How could this be? Well, it is. You just have to face that reality. That is a cold reality. It is the true reality, and you must face it. The sooner, the better. Because what they will do is they will use so you get, basically whenever they discard you, they idolize you, they love bomb you, everything's wonderful, and then they leave you for another person. They discard you because they have to go get new supply, because once they've worn you down, once they've taken you over, once you're no longer a challenge, suddenly they don't want you anymore, and they go off into the next person. And you're left high and dry. And then you're left mad, and you're left wondering what the heck just went on, and you don't understand, and you're left feeling horrible. And then they go away, and then they come back, and they hover again and again and again and again and again until infinity. Nothing will stop the hover. They will never have closure. They will always hover back, because they want to make sure that you are always willing to suffer for them, to want them in your life. They want to pretend like they are something that they're not. They love fooling you. And so it's very important that you understand. Now, if you want to reconnect with a narcissist, which I have done a video about that, and I'm not talking about a narcissist abuser. I'm talking about someone in your life who's a narcissist, and you just, maybe it's a boss or something like that. Maybe it's a coworker. You have to connect with them. Somebody that you have to connect with. Then as long as you know what you are dealing with, you will be okay. But if you do not know what you're dealing with, then and you begin to kind of let it slide and think, oh, I was probably wrong. And they begin flattering you and they begin meeting the needs again. They're going to leave you high and dry again. Every single time you're going to get left behind. So you have to go no contact, but you not only have to go no contact, you also have to know what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a vampire. You're dealing with someone who is more interested in getting energy from you than being true to you and loving you. So they're using your weakness, your need to be made to feel appreciated, made to be loved, your need for relationship, your need for love, affection, time, attention. They're taking advantage of that need and they are taking you over. So you've got to know who they are. You've got to shut the door. And then you've got to fill your life up with things that actually meet your needs. Because these people obviously are not. And your needs need to be met. And it's up to you to get them met in healthy ways. That could be, getting counseling, going to therapy. That could be journaling. That could be art therapy. That could be support groups. That could be wonderful friends. That could be church. That could be synagogues. That could be mosques. Whatever it takes to fill your heart with good, nourishing things. Because the narcissist is not nourishing. The psychopath is not a nourishing thing. You need to stay away and you need to understand who they are and stop making excuses thinking that they're a nice person and, oh, if only I had done this, and if only I had done that, and, maybe if I could look a little better, they would come back to me. Maybe if I work out a little more, maybe if my hair's a little blonder, maybe if I make a little more money, maybe if I do this, maybe then I will be worthy again for their love. No, you're never going to be worthy for somebody who doesn't have worth in themselves because the narcissist doesn't. And that's not the game they're playing. So that's totally off kilter. And you can never get them back. You don't want them back. Let them go. You are much better off. You're much better off without the narcissist. You're much better off and you're much healthier. And you may not feel like it and you may really want to be with that person. But the moment that you really realize who they are and how much they have no heart for you and no feelings and everything is pretend and fake, that's whenever you can start to move on and heal. That's what it takes. I'm Jenna Ryan. If you guys are interested in life coaching, I'm offering it at selfloveyouonline@gmail.com. Just send me an email and we'll set up your session. I'm having a blast with these. I am Skyping with people all over the world and really learning a lot about my community and learning a lot about you guys who are watching. And it's good to get to know you and it's good to be able to help you. And it actually helps me just listening to what's going on with you guys so I know how to make videos. Okay, well, thank you so much for listening, and I will talk to you soon.